Hey everybody, it's Sheena and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for joining me and don't forget to subscribe. If you're returning, thank you for supporting me. So today we're gonna do something a little different. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. I had said on Monday that I had a pimple and it started as a lip line pimple, HSV1, which will actually affect half of all Americans by the time they're 20. I looked up some statistics on it, and basically half of all Americans, Canadians, by the time they're 20 will have some form of cold sores. I got a really bad case of impetigo when I was 16, and I occasionally get them. They're caused by stress. They come out if you don't put something on your lips and you go outside, then you can get them. What happened here was I did have a pimple on my lip line. I should not have popped it because I'm susceptible to them. What happened was when I popped it, it opened up the pores and it turned into a cold sore. If I had not popped it, if I could have helped myself, then I probably wouldn't have one. Today's video, I'm going to share how I cover them. And like, I'm a huge germaphobe. Like, if I have a cigarette, I will wash my hands after I eat. I wash my hands. Once the cold sore is gone, I change the head on my electric toothbrush. Like, I would suggest throwing away your toothbrush. Don't use anything with a wand because you can't disinfect anything with a wand, so I would highly suggest just don't use anything with a wand. It's just not a good idea, and if you do, I would check it, honestly. Yeah, so as you can see, it's not cute. A few things is that I wouldn't apply product directly from the container to it. You can with like a lipstick, like I'm going to use a lipstick and then wipe it off with a makeup wipe, and then you can spray it with alcohol. And basically wiping off the first layer will get rid of the germs. So first I'm going to conceal it, and this is what I did yesterday. I'm gonna use the same products I used yesterday. Another thing is you don't wanna use anything that's too drying, so a matte lipstick is not going to be great. You also don't want to use anything too light. If you're using a lighter color, it's harder to kind of camouflage the cold sore on your lip. So I'm going to be using a Fenty Beauty Matchstick today, and I'm going to be using, I use this literally every day, Bamboo. So this is my concealer color, and I'm not going to put it directly on my lip. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bunch of product on my hand. Like, I'm going to just apply a bunch of product to a clean hand. So wash your hand first, and then if you're using a liquid, then you can squirt the liquid out. I would not suggest applying it straight from the product. And then I'm going to be using disposable makeup sponges. These are from Quo. And this stuff dries quick, so I'm gonna try and get in there fast. I'm going to take the makeup sponge and I'm going to take the product and apply it over top, just to conceal. And I end up needing a little bit more, so I'm going to do it on my hand again, but I'm going to move it over because I did dip this makeup wipe into the other side, so I want to make sure that this stays clean. You can always wipe this off with a makeup wipe after if you're concerned about spreading. So just cover it as best you can with concealer. Ooh, my lips are really dry. Okay, so now I'm going to set it with powder. So I'm going to use my Sephora Bright Set Powder in 01 Banana. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to grab a clean Q-tip and kind of dip it in the powder and then use this. I'm not going to double dip, just so I don't contaminate my other products. Just set it with any powder. And now you can apply your lipstick. So I'm going to be using the Colourpop Lippie Stix, and this is the shade Grunge. Now I like these because they're not drying at all. They have kind of like a wet finish, sort of like a satin finish. So, and this is a darker color, like it's a nice deep brown, as you can see. So that will aid in kind of disguising the thing on your lip. So I'm gonna apply this now. And mine's really bad right now, like it's really huge, so it's not covering, you can't really get rid of the texture, unfortunately. They do have those patches that you can buy. But those kind of make it obvious because you can kind of see the edges of the patch. So there is it covered. And I'm not just gonna put the lid back on. I've got makeup wipes here. These are just Neutrogena makeup removing cleansing wipes. And I'm going to clean this off. Clean off the first layer, or a couple layers, and wipe the outside of the lipstick. I'll retract it and then clean because your lips touch the whole thing, and then you can spray it with some alcohol. And there is it covered. You can still kind of see some of the texture, but it's camouflaged. Yeah, this stuff is super easy to reapply as well. That's why I like the Lippie Stix, is they're not drying, they're not matte. It's kind of a satin finish. I mean, if you don't like satin finishes, then I don't know, I just would not suggest anything matte, just because anything that is matte is going to kind of draw attention to the texture. Whereas, I mean, I think that's pretty well camouflaged. Sometimes there's really nothing that you can do about it. You just kind of got to roll with it. Again, like I said, just don't use anything with a wand. Like, I usually use the Fenty Beauty Gloss like on the reg, but I haven't been able to use it because I don't want to have to throw it out. So healing, I'll give some tips on what you can do to speed up the process of healing. If you're prone to them all the time, you can go to your doctor and you can get a prescription, things like Valtrex, and then as soon as you feel the tingle, you take the pills and it gets rid of it. There's also, everyone swears by Abreva. I'm not a huge fan, honestly. I find that it doesn't really do much for me. There is L-lysine. You can get it at any drugstore. It's just over the counter and it's supposed to be prevention for cold sores. I usually get like 1 to 2 a year, sometimes more, but usually like 1 to 2 a year. And then I need to be careful and not touch lip line pimples because I am prone to them. One thing my husband swears by, I don't know if I would recommend this, but if he feels one, he will put pure acetone on it like the second that he feels it coming up on his lip. I don't know. You can try and dry it out. Like, I will put straight up alcohol on it to try and dry it out, or witch hazel. Don't pick it. Just do not, you're just gonna make it worse. It will hurt so bad. I mean, they suck, but you can kind of camouflage. Yeah, so you just want to conceal, set with a little bit of powder, and then use a lipstick. And yeah, definitely a lipstick that you can wipe off. You can spray with alcohol after as well if you feel like the wipe didn't do everything you wanted it to do. And I finally used my Basquiat palette again today because I feel like I haven't been reaching for it, so I'm like, I need to use it because it's a palette that I have. So let me know if you thought that this video was helpful. I just kind of wanted to make a quick video on like what I do when I get cold sores, and I hope that this helps someone else maybe kind of camouflage the ones that they get. I know they suck, and maybe this can make it a little better for you so you don't have to worry so much, because it's always at like the worst time, like the most random times you get these big huge cold sores and you don't know what to do. Prevention is key. I mean, if you only get 1 or 2 a year, then maybe you don't know when you're going to get them, but if you're prone to getting them constantly, which some people are, you may want to invest in some sort of medication. Yeah, so that's the video for today. I really hope this was informative, and I hope that it will help someone else if they need to cover theirs. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the button down below and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you are notified when I upload future videos. You can also follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. I'll put that info in the box down below. I will also link all of the products that I just used in the box down. I just got a random hive on my face. How long has that been there for? I will put all the products that I used in the box down below so you can get it for yourself. And you can just use like anything, because I'm gonna throw this out, like this sponge. Some people wash them and reuse them, but I don't know. After using it on a cold sore, like, this is going straight into the garbage. And if you made it this far, leave a comment in the box down below. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see and if this was helpful for you. Thank you again so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.